Flop is a jack 5-8, so 3 of a kind for Brex.
I got a.
You got a straight draw.
Yeah,
Back door.
yeah, back door.
There's
Yeah.
a sweat.
Give me that queen.
A lot of cards, I hope you.
Yeah, give me that queen.
Yellow jacket in a ton of trouble. Can he get the queen?
Now looking down at Ken Teach Aldridge in yellow.
The blinds have gone up down to 3 and 500 with a $500,000 big blind ante. So that'll push him to play a little faster, perhaps. Couple folds around to Viet Vo. He has kings. Starting to get some hands. He came in as the short stack, and right here, he's going to make it $1 million to go.
Viet Vo has had a surplus of big pairs. He's had kings and aces a total of 3 times so far.
Will he get action with his kings? We'll see.
I want to play it just so we can see a flop, but it's just that bad.
Breck can't call.
Boring. What did you say, all in?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's better than calling with that hand, that's for sure. Can we start booing our own table?
Yes. Yes. They're probably booing us now.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure.
Largest entry ever on the World Poker Tour, over 19 seasons. Now it's on Steven. Looks down at a queen deuce. He will fold it. Viet also going out.
On.
Albert is going to shove with just jack high.
Just 7 blinds for Albert, so this is a winning shove. Trying to get one through.
Oh, but Ken, Mr. Teach,
Wow.
has a hand he could definitely call with ace-10.
Could and should make this call with ace-10, but this would be half of Ken's stack, and he's been very conservative in the early going.
Sorry, guys. Don't take a second.
Teach is going back to his old times table. Is it the right mathematical play?
Wow.
Clock is ticking down. He has to take more time.
3.4.
Albert sweating it out, saying, please just go away. Big moment for Ken.
Wow, I'm so tough here.
He's going to make this call.
He'll be happy to see that Albert doesn't even have 2 live cards here. Ken dominates him.
That's what I thought you had. I was like, he's got ace-10. I mean, I'm just coming up with whatever a borderline hand is, you know?
Have one there.
But now, Ken, a big favorite now to knock out Albert Calderon. 5 cards to come.
Don't get ready to shake my hand yet.
I'm stretching.
So Ken, in the lead here, needs to dodge one of those 3
Here we
jacks.
go with the flop. The flop is a queen, 7-5. No luck for Albert, the former infantryman of the United States Army, now a real estate investor on the ropes right now, in a whole lot of trouble. Another queen. That's not going to help him.
Just 3 outs on the river for Albert, our short stack. Can he find one of his jacks to stay in this tournament and double up?
He needs the miracle card. He's a big, long shot. Can he get
Yes,
it? He got it!
lightning in a bottle jack on the river, Vince.
Whoa!
You love to see it.
Poor Ken. He gets burned like the toasted Denny's on that card. But look at this. Ken, a good sport.
Good job, bud. That's good. How about that?
What?
How about that?
Now that is how you take a bad beat. Ken showing a lot of grace there in a tough moment to stomach.
That's poker.
It's that entertainment equity.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Did that just happen?
Could have eliminated Albert. Instead, Ken is going to be short stack moving forward.
Wow. That's so gross.
That was pretty brutal, but that's poker.
That was so gross.
That is.
How does it come on the last card like that?
That is poker.
Want to play in a $15 million tournament? The first 200 viewers to sign up will get a free entry to win a seat into the $15 million guaranteed WPT World Championship at Wynn Las Vegas. Simply use this QR code or go to wptglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT82. Join the action on WPT Global, the world's largest poker network.
Breck, the only one who hasn't backed down from the challenge of Sonny Franco's big stack. Now Sonny with an ace-king
Raise.
has a big hand for once.
Sonny Franco came in as the chip leader. He's still the chip leader. Ace-king makes it $1 million to go. Around the horn to Steven Snyder, who picks up a pair of jacks.
All in.
Yes, he's going to do it. He's going to shove all in. Viet going out.
Call.
Albert getting out of the way, and a quick call by Sonny.
Yeah, you got to move it in there. As Steven, Sonny has been very aggressive, opening a ton of hands. I'm sure Steven's not thrilled to be flipping for his tournament life.
You're supposed to fold that, man.
When Teach is just so short right now on 5 big blinds over to his right.
Oh, God.
Steven Snyder, his tournament life on the line here with his jacks. The flop is at 8-6-4. Steven out in front with the jacks.
Now nervously pacing as we wait for the turn.
And the turn is another 4.
And it is a heart, Vince. So now Sonny looking for an ace, a king, or a heart to knock out Steven. Otherwise, he'll double up to over 20 million.
Look at this. Steven looks like he has a little acid reflux there. River card.
Wow.
9 of diamonds is safe. Steven is going to win and double up, and that's a big one.
Good job.
Ken Aldridge taking that win for Steven pretty well. He had a chance to ladder up there on the short stack.
Calm, collected.
I had 0 nerves leading up to this until that moment.
I was thinking, what a sweat if it's a heart on the turn.
And then red card on the river.
Cocktails?
Do you have a sugar-free Red Bull? Sugar-free Red Bull, please.
I'll take a tranquilizer.
6 players remain. Sonny now cut down to close to 32 million. That was the biggest part of the night so far. That moves Steve Snyder up to 20.9 million in chips in 3rd place now. So a nice turn-up event there. It's got to be on Breck. He's got a pair of 5s. Makes it 1.1 million over the top by the Teach, Ken. Real short stack, so he is just going to push right now.
All in for 5 big blinds. And the table folds around to Breck, who quickly makes the call.
Now, Teach had that horrible beat early on,
Good luck.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
so he took his hit. Maybe this can turn around for him this time.
One of Ken's kings has been folded pre-flop.
Flop is a jack, 5-8, so 3 of a kind for
I
Breck.
got a.
You got a straight draw.
Yeah,
You were back
nah,
door.
yeah, back door.
There's
Yeah.
a sweat.
Give me that queen.
A lot of cards, I hope you.
Yeah, give me that queen.
Yellow jacket in a ton of trouble. Can he get the queen?
No, it's the 3 of hearts.
That did it.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Ken
listen,
Aldridge
guys.
is drawing dead.
The problem is I didn't have fun for very long. That's my problem. I don't mind being knocked out first, but I sure didn't want to stay.
That was a sick beat, man.
Oh, what? No, don't apologize. This is poker, man.
Teach is such a great sport, great guy. He's out in 6th place. We'll take home 260,000. Let's go talk to the Teach.
We're at blind levels to where you end up being a short stack very quickly, like I did. And I, the guy caught the 3 out on the river, or I'd still be playing pretty well. But that's poker. Good job, buddy. That's good. How about that? It could have been the other way around. I could have caught the 3 out.
Well, I'm free rolling now.
I guess no matter what happens, I can feel like I'm free rolling too after winning that big flip.
Not quite an Albert pre-roll, but
Yeah.
All right, so now Albert Calderon looks down at ace-9. He's on a short stack, so
On.
And he's gonna open shove.
Sonny goes away.
can I get a count?
Breck, the strong ace-king.
Yeah, and I think Albert had enough to raise and then fold his ace-9. I'm sure shoving wins chips, but we see here if somebody wakes up behind you, you're in hot water.
Too late for that now.
All in.
Yeah, Breck's gone over the top, all in. Stephen and Viet get out of their way, so Albert turns it up. The former infantry combat engineer Albert Calderon on the ropes from Chandler, Arizona. It's been a good sport tonight. Can he get lucky and hit a 9 here?
It's a king high flop, and so Breck takes a near insurmountable lead here. Albert needs some kind of running miracle to pull this one out.
Queen 10-9.
He needs a lot of luck.
Non-diamond.
He's a big dog. That's all there is to it. Going to the turn.
No, and so with that 5, we are going to lose Albert Calderon in 5th place.
Can you stick around for a rail?
And a big score for the part-time poker player.
Nice hand.
He's a great player. The Army vet has to say goodnight. Out in 5th place, we'll take home $326,000. We're going to go talk to him.
It was pretty exhilarating, actually. I mean, the spot that I ended up getting all in the first time.
What a tight card.
It's a big one. It's probably my biggest flip ever. I was unfortunate to lose it. And then, you know, I just had to start going all in a lot because I was in last place, so I really had nothing to lose and everything to gain. And then there was a spot where I, you know, went all in with Jack 10, and I made my Jack on the river, which is exhilarating. Whoa. You know, so that was exciting to make $60,000 more when really I should have been out and not had laddered up there. So even though it sucks to get out, it's pretty as good a result that I could have expected.
I have to say, I was looking at your stack and thinking, please don't wake up with aces. After you just doubled up and cripple me like that.
I wouldn't have complained.
No.
First to act is Breck. He has ace-9. And he's going to move it up to 1.1 million. Stephen goes out. Viet now with king-queen. Makes the call. Sonny goes out. So ace-9 versus king-queen. We are flopping 9-8-4. Good flop there for Breck.
Top pair, top kicker for Breck, but a pretty vulnerable hand here. I'd like to see him size up a little bit. But no, he'll go small for 800,000, about quarter pot. So Viet getting a nice price here to continue. So he makes this call.
No more jokes now, okay? No more jokes.
He does have 2 overcards and a backdoor straight draw to the nuts. Turn is an ace of diamonds, and that should end this pot for Viet. Good looking card for Breck. I'm sure he's a little concerned about the 3rd diamond arriving. So he'll bet 1 million, keep the small betting up. And now Viet really has nowhere to go in this hand. King high, no draw, no diamond. As we see, he is drawing stone dead. He also has Sonny as a short stack behind him, so the last thing you want to do is bleed extra chips, and Viet seems to agree. Drops out with the king-queen.
Breck extends his chip lead.
Well, Viet's frustrated, but his patience has been a virtue tonight.
That's how I felt for the first level.
Yeah.
He came in very short and in 6th place, won a crucial flip, and that is basically treaded water up until this point. He's locked up over $400,000 and now has a good chance to ladder even beyond Sonny.
Oh, wow, look at this. Stephen, first to act, looks at 2 queens. Beautiful. Things have turned around for him beautifully. Couldn't catch many hands.
Raise.
In the beginning of the final table, and now he's catching and playing well.
All in.
All in by Sonny, over the top with ace-9 of clubs. And now Breck with king-jack, can't possibly call that. Gets out of the way, so.
Instant call.
Yeah, that hurts. So there's the story. Pair of queens by Stephen. Sonny, who came in as the chip leader, has ace-9 of clubs. He's on the ropes right now.
Will it be 40 million down to 4th place for Sonny, or will he hit an ace and double up, get back into this tournament?
I'll take another queen in the window, but no 4 flush.
We go to the flop.
queen hits on the flop.
Wow.
3 of a kind there for Steven.
Steven nearly flops Sonny dead. He needs a runner miracle at this point, maybe to a 4-5 straight.
And with that, Sonny Franco is drawing dead. He came into this final table as chip leader, but could not hold it together tonight. A lot to think about.
Good luck, guys.
Sonny out in 4th place. He'll take home $438,000. Let's see what he has to say.
Oui, je suis évidemment déçu. Je regrette un bluff que j'ai joué. Après, j'ai perdu le gros coup avec As-Roi. Dernier coup, je peux rien y faire non plus, mais je m'en joue un coup, je m'en veux. Je suis évidemment déçu.
Action going to the chip leader. He has gone out, and now Steven with ace-4.
Yeah, we've been talking about Steven's open limping and what a problem it continues to be for him. We'll see if it catches up here. He's going to give Viet Vo a chance to sneak in with 9-4.
And now it's up to Sonny.
And Sonny has noticed that Steven only really limps when he's unsure of his hand, and so he punishes him with this 9 deuce and makes it $3 million.
Trying to get the squeeze money.
Oh, boy.
1 down and 2 down. Nice play by Sonny.
Yep, good recognition from Sonny. Realizing that Steven only limps when he has a weaker hand, raises the stronger hands. That is a very exploitable tendency.
I miss Albert already.
Yeah.
Some big shoes to fill, huh?
I know. Who's gonna order a beer now? I mean, come on.
Well, you're right. A little bit of a pattern by Steven. Those limps are not working for him so far tonight. Action's going to Sonny.
Come on.
With a 7-5, he's going to make it $1 million. Let's take a look at Brex cards. Wow, pair of queens.
Sounded like you said all in.
I heard that too for a second.
ISO1.
I was just confused for a second.
And Breck has been the only one to fight back against Sonny's aggression, so there is some dynamic developed here.
Steven gets out of their way. Quick call by Sonny.
I was about to say that 3-bet should end this hand, but Sonny disagrees, makes a very speculative call against the only player on this table who can bust him, which makes it extra dubious.
Look at this.
9-3-3, 2 spades and a club. Nothing here for Sonny.
Nothing. I thought there was.
You got all excited for a moment there.
I thought I saw 2 5s. I'm getting punchy. All right, so I thought he flopped a set.
Getting late into the night for Vince Van Patten right now, and apparently for Sonny too, because he has called this bet with 7 high, no pair, no draw, no nothing up against pocket queens.
Well, he's thinking this guy doesn't have queens. Maybe I can steal this pot at some point. So he makes that call. Now a 10 on the turn, and Breck is going to keep firing $4 million.
Yeah, Breck with the dreamy board here, the pair of 3s, making it even harder for Sonny to draw out if he did have something like a Jack-9 or an Ace-9.
Now Sonny is not quickly folding. And he wants more time here. And now he's going to make a big mistake here with a raise. Pick the wrong time.
And this raise really doesn't say anything convincing. The only way he could have a 3 is if he has Ace-3 of hearts or Ace-3 of diamonds.
Plays a lot of cards, though, so he could have that type of hand, and that's what he's trying to say to Breck.
Just a disaster from Sonny, a guy who has had total control at this final table until this moment.
All in.
And there he comes down with the hammer.
All in for Breck. Sonny, nowhere to run at this point with just 7 high. Has to drop out of this pot, and Sonny is spiraling here after losing that earlier coin flip.
He just crashed like a Tiger Woods rental car.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now, Vince.
Just total wreck.
I want to see that hand on TV. Good bluff.
Ace King spades.
And Breck completely undeterred by the turn raise, rips it over the top and takes the massive chip lead with 57 million. Sonny drops all the way to third, and you gotta think inside he's just fuming. He knows that he had an opportunity to get out of the way there, retain his near chip lead, and instead, in the middle of the pack now,
Raise.
Steven has got the memo about limping in, now raising the ace-3 on the button. Sonny makes the call on the big blind. And it is Jack 7-5. And on this texture, Steven should be mixing in a lot of checks and betting big when he does bet. You bet small here, the big blind will peel all of their gut shots. But it does go check-check, leading to a jack on the turn. Sonny gonna take the lead in this pot and bet 2.3 million. Nice big sizing from Sonny there. Should get the job done. Steven with just ace high, no pair, no draw. Could be up against trips and drawing dead.
Oh, look at this. He's getting the chips out. He's going to get stubborn and stick around. Wow.
Well, he is ahead, but this is speculative, Vince.
Absolutely. River card coming up. A nothing 3.
Yeah, that's not even a good card for Steven because it's Sonny who could have the 6-4 and make a straight on that river.
Well, he's not timid. He's getting the chips out.
Sonny gonna take a shot at bluffing his way out of this one. He'll bet 5 million. And I like this bluff a lot more than that last one we saw from him, but I don't really love the sizing here. You either want to say you have a 7 or a jack, and this sizing doesn't really say either. So let's see if Steven believes him.
Steven gets a little piece of that with the 3s, but Sonny's going to make him pay for it.
Steven makes the call. My goodness, what a 2-pot meltdown for Sonny Franco.
Wow, good call.
Great call there by Steven.
He's called.
He's going to love himself in the morning. Call him the mailman because he's delivering tonight.
He sure is. Meanwhile, Sonny Franco continues to spiral here. He has shot himself in the foot twice now and has bled away from chip leader to short stack.
Action on our chip leader, Breck. He looks down at a very interesting suited connector. 8-7 of diamonds, makes it 1-4 to go. Steven, though, picks up a pair of 10s.
4.7.
That's what you do with that.
Steven is yet to 3-bet without a very strong hand tonight. Breck does have a good hand to speculate with here, but it's not as strong when you know your opponent has something really big. He does make the call in position, though.
Flop is an ace 6-6.
I think that Steven should start with a small bet here. He has the range advantage on an ace-high board, and his pair of 10s needs some protection. Instead, he checks. I think the problem for somebody like Steven is that conveys a lot about the strength of your hand to your opponent. So Breck taking the initiative, bets 3 million. Steven makes the call.
Going to the turn. A nothing deuce of hearts. So Steven on the guessing game here. He's yielding once again to Breck.
Breck cutting out a bet here. He's gonna bet 8 million, and what a tough spot for Steven holding the 10s.
And I'll tell you something, not an easy call at all.
No, and look at all the pressure it puts him under with Viet being so short.
But he's gonna lay this down.
Ooh, big lay down and a great bluff there from Breck. He is gonna be real happy when he sees that one.
Want to play in a $15 million tournament? The first 200 viewers to sign up will get a free entry to win a seat into the $15 million guaranteed WPT World Championship at Wynn Las Vegas. Simply use this QR code or go to WPTglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT82. Join the action on WPT Global, the world's largest poker network.
I would have called you if whatever I had,
Yeah?
whatever he had, for sure.
These guys are top notch. That's why they beat out a field of massive amounts of players by making moves, taking pots that they don't deserve. It's a battle of wits going on. As we move on, Steven with a quick fold with the 4-9. And Viet now looks down at a pair of sevens.
All in.
There you go. He's going to go all in with it. Let's see if Breck has a hand to call with.
Yeah, I like this call, Vince. That shove is only about 7 blinds. Breck getting a good price with a hand that has a ton of equity, and here is flipping.
Not going nowhere. Don't stand up yet.
Just stretching, buddy. Just stretching.
Here we go. Viet Vo came in as the short stack, and now let's see if he can survive this. Not on the flop. A 10 hits, hitting Breck.
7 of spade on the river.
Viet with a very specific request, and one that would no longer work.
7 of spades on the river.
As you hear from Breck, would give him a straight.
Picked up one out, though.
Yeah, it's true. It's going to be dirty if it's the 7 of spades, though.
Yeah.
So Viet looking for one of the 3 8s in the deck.
It's not going to happen. 5 of diamonds on the river.
A great run from Viet Vo tonight, coming in on the short stack and laddering the 3rd.
That was fun.
So Breck breaks another Viet Vo out in 3rd place. He'll take home close to 600,000. Let's talk to him.
I was picking at the right spot, and I was catching a lot of cards today too. So, and the result, I mean, I'm happy.
Hey, man, congrats, man. It's
Yeah, you
a pleasure playing with you. It's nice to know you.
It's been great no matter what.
Yeah.
Brex Gutten against Steven Snyder. Gutten in the lead. About a 2-to-1 advantage for the time being. We are playing 400,000, 800,000 with an 800,000 big blind ante.
Breck Gutten, registered nurse, and he is going to make it 2 million with an ace-queen.
Steven with the quick call, holding 8-5 of clubs. And it's king 7-5, 2 spades and a diamond, so Steven takes the lead with bottom pair.
Gonna go check, check. To the turn, a king.
Well, Steven could stay passive. He could start the betting. Let's see what he does. He will keep it passive. Breck, same position, decides to check back. And with an ace on the river, Breck will lock up this pot. Steven will check one more time. Now a question of bet sizing. It is 3 million. And I think after checking down, Steven should get away from this one. Nope, he's gonna call. And you can see the frustration in his face.
You weren't folding the turn anyway.
What?
You weren't folding anyway.
So good things happening for this man in his first ever WPT tournament.
I mean, the jam looks a little weird, but...
What's that?
A jam looks a little weird and makes me think for a while.
Blinds are 5 and a million at this point. And Breck now with just an 8-5. And this time he makes it 2.5 with a junk hand. Steven with a quality ace deuce of diamonds just calling. Going to the flop. And here is the flop. It is a 5-5-10, 2 diamonds, 3 of a kind for Breck, 4 flush for Steven. Check by Steven.
Yeah, potentially an action flop here. I actually think Steven should play his hand passively.
Breck has bet 2 million.
I know it's tempting to raise sometimes in these spots, but I actually think with the ace high flush draw, your hand could be good without making the flush. You essentially have a bluff catcher and a flush draw. I think that Steven should call. Easy for me to say, staring at Breck's trips right in the face. But unfortunately, Steven is going to check raise to 4.8 million and get himself in hot water. Well, how does Breck want to play this? 3-bet or call? Just a call.
Going to the turn. Will a diamond appear? No diamonds, 7 of hearts. Now Stevens in that predicament. Nothing materialized. You know, your man called you with the raise on the flop.
Well, Steven, reaching for chips. Gonna follow through after the check raise and bet 5.2 million. And this is the dilemma with playing an ace-high flush draw fast. You can't get worse hands to call, and you can't get better hands to fold on a board like 10-5-5-7. The decision for Breck, does he want to call or move all in and charge Steven the maximum to realize the equity on his draw?
Clock is ticking down. Will it take more time, or will just...
All in.
Announces all in, so back to Steven. Does he want to call off his tournament with the ace-high flush draw?
Steven's hating himself.
Well, it didn't have to go down like this, Vince. Now Steven in a bind, telling himself maybe Breck could have a worse flush draw. Maybe I've put in too much money to fold.
Clock is ticking down. He could take more time. It's what he's going to do.
And every now and then he'll catch Breck with a worse draw, but not a lot of those to go around.
So the clock's ticking down. He's got a big dilemma. He makes the crying call and hopes to catch.
Well, this pot got a lot bigger than it had to be for Steven, so he now finds himself all in, at risk, and behind.
Drop a deuce on the river.
I can't, man. I'm gonna fold and leave myself 16 million. I was hoping you had 8-9, something like that.
Breck needs to fade a diamond on the river, except for the 8 of diamonds that would give him a full house.
It's gonna happen. Deuce of clubs on the river.
Nice playing with you.
Brex Gutten has done it.
And Brex Gutten, your newest Seminole Hard Rock Poker Showdown champion.
But our runner-up, Steven Snyder, great player, came in second place, will take home $900,000. Let's see what he has to say.
I mean, you can't complain. I mean, the biggest WPT field in history, and you get second place. I mean, you know, take it all day long. Yeah. You know, the old cliche, it's always bittersweet not to win it when you get this close. But, you know, whatever. I mean, 900,000, I'll take it. For sure.
Well, you gotta hand it to Breck, our winner of the WPT Seminole Hard Rock Poker Showdown. He gets first place cash, and Vince, it is a ton, $1.26 million.
That is some big bucks. Now, don't forget, he will also get the Hublot watch and a set of Baccarat crystal glasses. And since everything does taste better in Baccarat, let's raise a glass to the new WPT champion, Brex Gutten.